What is going on, guys? This is the Flamespot here, and we're back with another mock review. And this is the third part to my castle mock, as you can see. This is the third and final part of this mock, and so after this is through, then I will try to finish my animation video on this, or I might actually just forget about it and actually build a whole new thing so I can show it to you guys. But you guys decide by putting down in the comments what you want to see. Either a video or some more mocks. The video will take a longer time, and the mocks, if you haven't noticed the trend, there will be coming every single weekend. Just a video every weekend. And I'll still try to do that if I'm doing the video, but there's no promises. And I am sorry about this past week that there wasn't a video that came out. I was actually camping. And I'm back, and I got this final mock here. So let's get to it. Now we'll start off, like always, in the courtyard. And as you can see, there's basically no battle left in here. There's all the horses that the cavalry were riding, but they just dismantled because the horses, not fully, but mostly useless inside of a castle with like closed walls and limits, basically. So they dismounted, or they either died and now their horses are right here, but they're just grazing on the grass. So yeah, and now here was the main part of the battle last mock. Well, actually it was the first mock, so you can actually see the remains of it. There weren't actually that many casualties to the Dragon Knights and Wolf Knights, at least, but there still weren't that many casualties to the Lion Knights and Dragon Knights. But you can see that the Dragon Knights and not Lion Knights. The Dragon Knights and Wolf Knights, sorry. They're storming into the castle, so that means they broke the gate. And, yep, so let's go on. There's a dead horse. Just spears everywhere from last time. Oh, sorry, that was my arm. Here are the siege weapons, and they're not really being manned by anyone because they already broke the castle gates, and they're already inside the castle, so no reason to destroy the castle more, because they're probably going to take it, and they don't want to damage it more. So going on to the ladder, it's the same guys on the floor dead. There's still the hot oil, or whatever it was, on the poor people who it was poured on by, and there's a dead knight who fell off the wall. If you see right here, there are no archers in the trees anymore. They all moved onto the wall because they've taken the wall, and they're shooting down the last remains of the Lion Knights and Castle Knights. But this is actually important that there's no one here anymore. Partially because of a reason, and another reason is over here, and I'm not going to really show you any more about that. You probably already saw what's happening, but that's my hand again. But I'll show you about that in the last part. So yeah, here's just another small view of the courtyard, what's left, and we'll be moving on to the walls. Alright. So you can start. Oops, sorry. So you can start off by seeing that they officially taken the walls, and there's like everyone that's on the walls, and there's some dead knights. I think I had it dead. Oh no, I guess I didn't. Well, yeah. So the orcs who led off the ladder did the work, and they basically beasted everyone who's trying to resist. And most of the people are dead, like either on the wall right here, or they fallen off the wall. There's a lot of casualties to the defenders. And so there are the archers. Oops, sorry, this is shaking. There's one archer being guarded by two guards. Another dead knight. Another dead crossbowman. Another crossbow powering down. And now these two guys are actually like fighting the last guy that's on the wall. And he's like the last resistance to the wall, basically. Pretty useless right now, but he could live. Probably not, because this is the last mock. But who knows? Imagine it, how the battle's going to go out. Moving on. There's the destruction from the last time when the wall was falling. Well, now it's officially on the ground. And there's the catapult round. Oop, shaky. Here's some other guys. That's the guy that's trying to throw rocks. Got shot. All these guys got shot. Spear thrower, shot. And this is a spearman trying to reinforce. he was actually going to go to the main ladder, but he got there too slow and he died and got shot. And anyways, it wouldn't have mattered because the corner got blown off, so he couldn't have even gotten there. And there's the stairs. And here are 2 more archers. These are like the last archers, and they're forming resistance with people on the patio. And we're going to, not patio, but in the inside the castle. And you're going to be seeing more of that. So that's the walls, basically. Not many changes. You saw the gate breach. There's a lot of boxes everywhere because they were barring up the gate. And just another view of the walls. There's still the ladder. Now let's go inside the courtyard. As you can see, there's a lot of destruction right here. You can just take it all in. It's hard to tell who's alive and who's not. So I'm going to go over to another angle. Sorry, that's my lamp. Trying to brighten this place up. Because if you haven't noticed that this is actually pretty late right now. It's not that late, but... So I'm trying to get all the light I can. Let's try to do this. This would look cool. This is a cool scene. So, yeah, you can see a lot of dead defenders, and there's the villagers, or the traders. Guy right there, lost a sword. That guy only had like a stick or something. So they were easily conquered. Excuse me. There's a dead orc. Okay, so I was right. There was a casualty to the attackers. He fell off the wall. And so there was a force at the gate, and they were mainly slaughtered. So these are like the remains. That's a commander of the Lion Knights. I think that was the only, yeah, that was the only commander of the Lion Knights, actually. Or maybe he was the paladin. Who knows? Yeah, that was the paladin. Never mind, he was the only swordsman paladin of the Lion Knights. But, you can see, like, more men are rushing through the gates, and those are crates that were, barricading the walls. You can also see the fallen part of the corner, crushing the man who was, like, on the wall, and he was, like, falling, and now he's crushed, so, unfortunate for him. So there's just more, the orc again. Now right here, you can see, like, there's the, attacking commanders. They're inside the gate, castle, and they're really not worried. And you can see, oops, sorry for the shaking. And, you can see that they're actually talking to this man. Now, if you haven't seen this man at all, he was actually the shop vendor guy, who was always there the whole entire battle, and before the battle, stuff like that. So he was always there. And actually, he was the spy that gave them information on the weak part of the wall that was right there. And that's when that's why they sent a division around the side to try to, like, mine out the wall. You obviously see that the wall hasn't been mined out, so something happened. But he was the traitor, anyways, and so they're letting him live and probably, like, giving him a soldier's rank or something. Oops. So here's another vision of the front gate. More guys joining in to fight the last bit of resistance. Now you can see the last bit of resistance. Here's 2 men right here, and they're charging in. They're trying to get this small little side. Oops. Oh my gosh, this is shaking it so much. Sorry, I'm carrying this. And here's 2 more. The last general and the last paladin, and 2 knights with the 2 archers that you saw that were on the wall. They're the final, they're really the final stand of the defenders. And there's just an oncoming wave of attackers and more attackers coming from outside the wall, as you saw. And yeah, it's not really looking good for the defenders right here, but they're going to die honestly. You can see there's a little weapon rack with an axe on there. It's a dead guy saying hi. Just kidding, he's dead. That was the chain that they used to actually bring up the people from the outside of the wall. They curled it back up so no one can get there. And there's the mouse. If you notice, he hasn't moved the whole time. No one knows what happened to that mouse. He could be dead for all they know. So that's basically the inside. The castle. I'll give you another look. And the catapult is obviously not being used right now. It wasn't really used the whole entire siege. Partially because they just never had the time to like set it off, and they needed more men on the walls. And I mean, it would have been a great help if the catapult actually worked, but no one knew how or didn't do it, and so they lost out on the catapult. So now they got another siege weapon, or at least a defending weapon. I don't know. All right, so that's basically inside the walls. I'll explain. They captured the loot, the little merchant's loot. Guy going down the stairs. And so there's only one final bit about this whole entire mock. Above my lamp, over it. Switching angles again. Alright, here we go. Now, as you can see, there is the little force, or the division, of the attackers trying to mine out the inside. Well, you can see that that force is now completely gone, and it's replaced by some more defending knights, which are trying to run away, and they might come back with another army to try to retake the castle, or just be the messenger, something. So you see a spearman. There's also, if you notice, there was a knight right there sitting in the behind this bush who was going to be killed, but he lived, and he's up there. And so, as you can see, the orc who had chopped off the general's head, or at least the helmet, and put it on his little halberd, the head's still there, but if you look at the orc, he has no head either. And yeah, so he basically deserved it, because he did that to them. There was a dead knight already. There is another crossbowman, another knight, and some other knights escaping, and that's like a little captain right there. There's an archer, actually. That was the third archer, and he actually didn't go to the walls. He was checking out this area, and he is on the bridge to the water, and he got shot by the crossbowmen. Switching views, you guys can see the horses real nicely. Now, you probably saw from right here, that's the woman merchant, and she's actually bossing right now, because she's like the only one that's doing battle at the current second, and she's stabbing the guy in the face who has a double-sided axe with a little knife. Like a kitchen knife that she found. Now, that's pretty cool. So that's basically it, so I'll let you see one more final look. And that wraps up this series, I guess. So if you like these videos and